Hey everybody, Mike, Dive Right In Scuba here. We're going to be doing a Q&A with Kurt from Shearwater, who you can see over my this shoulder here, from Shearwater. Thanks all of you for joining us. You know, this is kind of the first installment of what we'd like to see as many going on for all of you, our customers, to keep some things going. And I think we've got a really great kickoff to this weekly thing we're going to do for you guys with the hottest selling computer manufacturer on the market. Here with us today with Shearwater. And Kurt, I know you're tuning in from Bellingham on your boat and everything, so we greatly appreciate you coming and being a part of this with us. So thank you for joining.
Thanks for inviting me. And yeah, I'm up in beautiful sunny Bellingham, Washington, north of Seattle, about 90 miles. Just below the Canadian border. So beautiful weather here. Nice and chilly at night, but we're having a week of sunny weather, so I just thought I'd take the boat out.
Lucky. Yeah, our boats are all put away, all our dive boats. Winter time kind of does that around here, so I'm jealous.
Yes.
So, why don't you tell us a little bit about Shearwater so everybody out there in Facebook land and YouTube and wherever, can learn a little bit about the actual roots and a little bit more about the history of Shearwater and where you guys come from and what you're here for. Hi, Gail. Gail says hi. Hi, Kurt.
Hi, back. Yeah, so Shearwater started over 15 years ago with Bruce Partridge. He was a tech diver and rebreathers and open circuit tech. And at that time, the marketplace for dive computers was a little bit thin. The computers available were very difficult to use, and Bruce decided that it was time to take a fresh look at dive computers and see if he could make something that was easy to read and easy to use. So he used his background as a technical diver to create the software and the words and everything for the Shearwater computer and how it works. To make things easier, and he did a great job. And so over the last 15 years, Shearwater continues to grow. We first were in the technical dive arena for technical controllers for rebreathers. And then a few years back, we decided it was time to take that technical information in our dive computers and offer it to the open circuit recreational market. So we came out with the petrol with the open circuit recreational mode, and that's when sales just skyrocketed in the open circuit recreational market. And then we added the Perdix. The next couple of years later, the Perdix was a slimmer computer, more stylish, a little bit more nice for the open circuit market, not as boxy looking. And then we added our air integration system to it a little bit later, and the sales continue to go up. We've been expanding 30% a year for the last few years, and we're just, we focus on good products, easy to read, easy to use, and also customer service. So customer service is on the top of our list. We like to take care of our dealers and all of our customers, and we've been very successful at that. We're going to stand out from the rest of the crowd and do what's right. And that's why we've been growing, and we'll continue to come out with new innovative products like our new Teric to stimulate the marketplace and give new toys for everybody to buy for Christmas.
Everybody loves new toys, right? And I think one of the most important things that most people care about in today's world that you really kind of hit on the head when you were talking was customer service. It's such a hard thing to find nowadays, and golly, I mean, you guys really nail it. You get ahead of, everybody understands issues are going to come up, right? But you get ahead of it. If there is something, you let people know. And most importantly, you don't leave anybody behind. You take care of it. You take care of everybody quickly, fast. They're dealing with you guys directly. And it's just such an expedient process. I mean, what a big team you guys must have behind there backing all this up, which is tremendous. How many people are over there at the factory?
So we now have, I think it is, last count, 74 people at the factory. And we build everything in-house. Even our dive watch is built in-house. We don't have anything built in China. and we're very proud of that we are able to do that. It gives us better control over our products and also customer service and we also encourage our employees at the factory to become divers, and we have a huge amount of them that are divers, including our engineers. So they understand the viewpoint of our customers that buy our products and the dive shops that are our dealers. And by being involved in diving and in real time and seeing what's going on, we're able to come up with ideas, improve our products, and support our customer service in the way everybody would like to see it.
Yeah, which is awesome. You guys have definitely done a bang up job. You know, and you guys have had a lot of technology here in the last year, 2 years. You know, with air integration and the Teric and the Perdix and Perdix AI and everything. Which product can you even figure out which one has been the bigger hit for you guys?
Well, I can say that the Perdix AI has been a great hit. I mean, it's by far our biggest seller. However, the Teric stimulated the marketplace incredibly. I mean, we were backed up 20 to 24 a week almost right out of the gate when we came out with it, and everybody was really excited about the product. We're now, the back order issue is shrinking. We're down to 6 weeks now. So people that want to order the Teric can get it quicker than they used to be able to. And it's a great product. We have probably close to 5,000 of them out there in the marketplace already being dove every day, and the market just loves it. It's our most powerful computer, easy to read, easy to use. The display is brilliant. People love the way it looks, and I wear mine as an everyday dive watch. You can see that, so it's a great timepiece, and it's ready to go when you're ready to jump in the water.
Yeah, that's the unique thing about it, right? You can wear it as an everyday watch and timepiece, and it's just the display on it is just gorgeous. And you know, it really for us, and I'm sure other dive shops all around, it's been one of those products that just kind of exploded, you know, and it's been awesome. And it was a little bit hard to get them in the beginning, but guess what? All good products should be, you know, they're not. It's what happens, especially when you don't anticipate how well. I'm sure you guys thought it was going to be really good, but wow, I mean, it just exploded, you know. So it's incredible to see.
You bet. I see a couple people there. Hi, Gail. How are you? Just getting used to this format here. So looks like we have a few people watching it. So this is great. First time for us to do this, and we might be doing more in the future.
Yeah, you know, it's
anybody have any questions on anything? Just throw them out there, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, good point, Kurt. Yeah, if you guys out there are watching and you have any questions on products, don't feel that you have to wait for us to stop or anything, right? We're just going to keep talking in case there are no questions. But you know, if you've got a question on air integration, on a feature of the product, how something works, or anything like that, accessories, just go ahead, type it into the comments, and we will quickly address that, answer it, and then just go back to our talks about the other stuff. So speaking of the Perdix and the Perdix AI, Kurt, is there anything you can tell? Actually, we've got our first question right there from Jay. Kurt, can you see that on your screen?
Yes. Yeah, so Jay is asking, can you get VPM cables downloaded? We have VPM-B available. You can buy that from Mike there. He just buys it from Shearwater, and then he forwards the unlock code to you. So the VPM-B unlock code is available for our Perdix AI. Yes, you bet, no problem.
It's quick and easy. You order it. We get you the download code, and you type the code into your computer, and it's unlocked pretty effortlessly on everybody's part. So great question, Jay. So back to, go ahead, Kurt.
Oh, I want to inject a little bit more about the air integration system that we've come up with. So a few years ago, when I'm doing the California dive shows, everybody's asking about AI. Everybody walked by wanted to know about AI. So, you know, finally convinced Shearwater that we should look at AI, and sure enough, the engineers decided that we could do that. We wanted to come out with a good, reliable AI system. So we addressed all the negativity from the past systems that were out there. Connectivity, hard to sync. How many, where do you see the tank pressure and all that sort of stuff? So we addressed all those things, and we purposely set up our system so you could see both tank pressures at the same time on the main screen. And we did that on purpose to try to attract the technical dive market. So in the past, technical divers typically were not really excited about air integration because of the problems of the past. So now we've actually attracted a fair amount of technical divers that are now using our AI system on rebreathers and for side mount. And it was amazing to see that evolution because never say never. It used to be, and we encourage everybody to have an SPG also. But it used to be that people said, no, I like my SPG. But now when you can look at your computer and see your air tank pressure, all of the information in one spot, people are excited about that. And we have seen a transformation of the feelings of the tech market now are leaning towards trusting more AI, and it's because we came up with our own system that works really well.
It really is single-handedly you guys changed people's opinion on air integrated in that field. Everybody, like you said, was for the most part against it. And when you guys got on board with it and really recreated it and improved it, it just changed everybody's views of it and everything. And it looks like we got another question there, Curtis, from Jason. How you doing out there, Jason?
So, Jason, you're asking about the Bluetooth computer on your phone. So, on your laptop or your PC, what I recommend is that you make sure you turn off the internal Bluetooth system on whatever computer you're using and use the dongle that comes with your petrol. And that seems to work better. A lot of the computers, Bluetooth is proprietary, and so the dongle is more generic, and so it'll talk to the petrol and the Nerd One easier. So give that a try first. On the phone, if you have an older petrol and a Nerd One, they use high energy Bluetooth, and with the phone system, with our cloud system, we're now using low energy Bluetooth. So in some cases it won't work. But anyway, give that a try. Use the Bluetooth dongle that came with the computer, and I hope that works out for you.
And Jason, if you need to, you can email me, mike@diverightandscuba.com, and we can talk about this later, or get the experts from Shearwater to contact you direct. If for some reason that doesn't solve your issue, you're still having some more trouble with technology nowadays, there's always something with different devices, and sometimes it can be a simple fix. So if that still doesn't work, just let us know. We can help get that taken care of for you. So, no, another good question. So, yeah, again, to everybody out there, feel free to just drop your questions in the comments if you have any, and we will address them as they come up. Otherwise, Kurt, back to as what you were talking about with air integration and how it really just took everything over, and then you guys quickly adopted it into the Perdix AI, and then obviously into the Teric when it came out.
Right, and so now also we have our Nerd 2, our near eye remote display out. That also is double air integrated too. So right in front of your dive mask, you can see your computer in real time with the Nerd 2. We have it for open circuit and rebreathers. It's great for public safety divers. It's great for photographers, anybody that's using their hands or their focus is something else. If you want to be able to see your computer display, which Nerd 2 is a full integrated dive computer, standalone, all by itself. If you want to see your computer in real time, the Nerd 2, take a look at it. There's lots of good videos out there. So take a look at the videos and you can see how it can be utilized for people like photographers, public safety divers, people that are using full face masks. It's a great product, and we're just now getting ramped up for full production for that. And so those are going to be available pretty much off the shelf pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to call it underestimated, but the Nerd 2 is just one that doesn't get enough attention out there for how unique and how cool it really is and what it can offer. I mean, that freedom to have your hands free, but still know what you're doing. Like you said, as a photographer, when you're chasing that turtle or you're sitting on the reef for 45 minutes waiting for that one shot and you don't want to move, well, now you don't have to, right? You just, glance out of your eye and all your information is really right there, pretty easy to see. And I mean, it's just the color and the size, it just all makes sense, and it's also air integrated like the other ones as well. So such a great product.
Yeah, the Nerd 2 is great for low visibility. So because it's so close to your eye, you can see it in almost black water. I had a guy at DEMA, public safety diver, say, "Yeah, I can even read mine when I'm diving in oil." So I thought that was a pretty interesting comment. And the other thing, it has a full-blown compass system involved in it, and so you can turn the compass on, and you can in real time watch the compass, and you can navigate in a very straight line because you see what your heading is all the time in real time on that Nerd 2. Great for navigation underwater, and the public safety divers. I had one guy say just the compass alone on that for navigation is worth it. So we're getting lots of response, and as you see more and more people out there, maybe get a chance to see one in real life and maybe even give it a try.
Yeah, it is a very, very cool product. So if there was, what are some of the biggest questions that you get from people, let's say on the Nerd 2?
Well, most people don't believe that it's a computer. They think it's wireless from somewhere else. So they go, well, where's the computer at? Well, that is. I mean, Shearwater is able to miniaturize our computers and stick everything inside that housing that is the Nerd 2. And buttons are on the side, on the back, so you operate it just like a regular one of our computers, two-button interface. The software is all the same, the display is all the same, everything works exactly the same. So if you already have a Shearwater, then you can adapt yourself to the Nerd 2 very easily. And that's probably the biggest question. Is where does that information come from? And it's dive computer, standalone dive computer.
It's so small, right? I can understand where that kind of comes from. And Gail actually has one, and as you can see on the screen, she said everyone who tries it buys one. They just fall in love with it.
Yeah, it actually changes the way you dive a little bit because you see it in real time. So I'll give you an example. If there's a problem or you want to see what your ascent rate is, because you're staring at it all the time, you can actually hold a safety stop more closely. You're not having to wait to look at your wrist. I actually, when I started looking at the Nerd, I kind of look at my wrist every once in a while. See, well, how often do I look at my wrist? Well, once you have the Nerd, you don't look at your wrist at all anymore. It's an amazing product, and it'll change your diving. As Gail says, boy, don't try one unless you're willing to open up your wallet because you'll want one.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. That is really what happens with most of your products when people come into our store and our showroom or when we're doing demos is, they literally just fall right in love with it instantly, especially if they've used anything else with an inferior menu or coming from a non-color screen. And it definitely is a game changer, which is really cool. So if we had to, let's say, go back to the Perdix AI, same type of question. When you're out at all these shows, because, as a U.S. sales rep, you're traveling all over the country and going to these shows. And I'm sure a lot of the people out there watching this have seen you or met you or talked to you or heard your spiel at these shows and gotten some of your great knowledge. What would you say is something that people don't understand about the Perdix AI that we may be able to address here for anybody else?
Well, most people understand AI, but they want to know how ours might be different than systems in the past. And so I talk about what we address. We address the transmitter. We address how it connects. We address how easy it is to use. So once you hook up your serial number of the transmitter into your Shearwater, you never have to do anything again. You just plug your transmitter, screw it into your first stage. When there's pressure on that transmitter, it starts transmitting. and it will automatically connect up to your Perdix or your Teric or your Nerd. So they all work the same with the AI, and it's pretty seamless. Also, people were concerned with, well, how often does it drop you from seeing your tank pressure, because a lot of people shied away from AI because they weren't very reliable. And we have very few problems or negative comments about how streamlined our system is on using it, and also how reliable the connectivity is, so that they can always see their tank pressure. So those are, most of the questions. We looked at all the transmitters out there that were available, and we decided that with no new transmitter technology, and that the Black transmitter was actually pretty darn good. It's been in the marketplace for a long time, and a lot of people already have Blagic transmitters. So if you have one, more than likely it'll work just fine with the Perdix AI. We also, our engineering department, saw improvement in the electronics for the transmitter, and actually offered that information to Pelagic, and they actually introduced that into their current transmitters, which now helps everybody out. So the transmitters now have some of our engineering skill also involved in it, which made it better for our product and also everybody else.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's pretty cool to when you're helping out other people like that and getting that. And it is really nice that it uses an existing transmitter out there. Like you said, lots of people have those transmitters from different computer manufacturers, and instead of it being obsolete or having to spend another $300-400 for a new transmitter like some manufacturers do, just use the same one. And that's really cool. And helps keep the cost down for people. And again, it's another unique thing with your product. Instead of making it proprietary, you can get stuff off the shelf, even like with your battery. You know what I mean? It's user replaceable, and it just is simple. And you can use regular AA or a SAFT battery. And with the Perdix too, there's so many different accessories. I don't think it shows, but we've got the cases for them, and the AIs, and the screen protectors from you guys. It just really becomes something that you can customize yourself while keeping it simple, which is good.
Yeah, I've seen your cases that go over the Shearwater. They're really nice, and also I have your cover, your glass lens protector for my Teric. Also, that's a really good product. You can't even tell it's on there. It's really nice.
Yeah.
So you're coming out with some good products. We don't sell those at Shearwater, but Mike has been gracious enough to get some of these accessories on his website and in his store to help protect your Shearwater products.
Yeah, and I don't want to take all the credit for that at all. Thanks to the good fellows across the pond, Narc at 90. They are coming out with some of this stuff and gracious enough to let us be a part and one of the few that sells those. And they make some really good stuff, and we're just glad to be able to offer it for our customers as well as yours, everyone else that's using Shearwater. Because yeah, the colors and the covers and the cases and all this stuff. I mean, it's really really cool stuff that they've got coming out. So yeah, I mean, as we go through it, what about the Teric? What are some issues, or does anybody even have any questions with the Teric other than for a while, how do I get one? Which we've got plenty of in stock. So if anybody out there needs one of any of these, we got them in stock, and we also have free snap shipping if you didn't know, which means you get it in 2 days. We kind of mimicked Amazon on a couple of things, and that's our snap ship program. So you get free 2-day shipping. But on those Terics, Curtis, what are you hearing from people at the shows other than that they love them and they want one?
That's it. Everybody that sees it wants one. The reaction when people see it in real life is totally different. They think it looks much different in real life. The display is very brilliant. The colors are brilliant. Even more so underwater. We have different colored straps for people that are into colors like that. And we've had all kinds of positive input about it. A lot of people talk about Garmin out there, and and I tell people that we're a very powerful dive computer that has a very nice daily wearable watch face, which has several different displays that you can do as a watch face. But we're not trying to be a Garmin sports watch. We're trying to be a dive computer that you can also wear as a watch. So that's the big difference between us and Garmin.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. Hey, Gabriel, how are you? You scratched the lens, huh? Ouch. The glass protector, it might help alleviate that a little bit. Unfortunately, we haven't intentionally scratched one to see if the glass protector would cover it up and hide it and make it disappear. But it might, if you want. They're online. They're really not that expensive. Let me pull it up on the screen here so you can see it. They're $12. I would definitely at least get one for the future. So, whatever you were doing to scratch it, you're probably going to accidentally do it again. So I would definitely get this on there so it can protect it in the future. And I'd love for you to come back and email us or come back here and let us know if it covered it up. Send us a picture, something. So unfortunately, I don't know now, but once we get your feedback back, we will know for the future, and we can let other people that may have scratched it know whether that helps or just prevents it for the future. So no, we appreciate that question. And I know it takes a lot to scratch one of those. There's been a lot of people on Scuba Board and other places like, oh, it's so tough, you're never going to scratch it. And things can happen. We had somebody yesterday that left a review, I think, on the Teric that, they slipped or something happened. I don't remember. And they smashed the rock face or the watch face on a rock. And they had the glass protector. It took all of the impact. And the guy said he was pretty confident that it would have been destroyed or definitely marred up had he not had that. So it definitely works. It definitely is a very inexpensive way to protect your investment for sure. And we also even have the bull bars as well from NARCTA 90 for that. If you guys haven't seen that, it definitely just gives you a little bit of space from if you hit something or drop it or bang it around. And I mean, to be honest, as divers, we're not always the most cautious and careful with things. Once we get to taking a picture or moving a stage file, stuff can happen. So for a little bit of money, you can definitely safeguard your investment and everything, make sure nothing happens to it. So we got some more questions coming in. Kurt, while we wait for possibly some more to come in or end this, let me know a little bit more about Shearwater and rebreathers. What are you guys doing in that marketplace? Got anything new coming? I know you guys integrate very well with them and everything, but can you tell me a little bit more about that?
So we started out, building controllers for rebreathers years and years ago. And as time marches on, new rebreathers come on the market. We have now created controllers for most of the rebreathers on the marketplace. The technology involved in rebreather controllers is pretty unique, and it's hard for a lot of rebreather manufacturers to actually make their own because they're totally different technologies between the mechanics of a rebreather and the electronics of a controller. And we have the experience to create a controller that works for almost any rebreather out there. So as time marches on, we continue to add new rebreathers to our customer base. ISC with the Megalodon just has adapted our Shearwater controller to their rebreathers now. That's our latest, and there's more in the work. So we're very proud that the rebreather industry has embraced Shearwater technology, and people decide to buy a rebreather sometimes because it does have Shearwater technology on it. So we're really happy that we're looked at as the forefront company in rebreather controller technology, and also in the open circuit recreational market now. So we at Shearwater continue to strive to understand what's going on in physics as far as diving goes and all that. And we're very proud that we spend money in that area so that we have the latest and greatest information available for decompression theory and all that. We spend money supporting projects all over the world that back up real information instead of people just guessing what to do. It's best to have the technology and systems behind that. So Lucy is saying, do you have any updates coming within the cloud system software you can talk about? No, I don't know. All I know, Lucy, is that we continue to work on our cloud system. It's still a work in progress. It's been a very long project for us, and we continue to do that, and we're going to continue to make it better. So I don't know any new things coming up in the cloud system, but they always have something in the tank ready to come out. So I can never second guess it.
That's got to be the fun part of the job, right? All kinds of new technology and things that you guys are doing behind the scenes coming out, and
But they don't dare tell me anything.
they know you're going to tell everybody else, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? So anybody else that's out there, feel free to ask your questions. Otherwise, Kurt, is there anything else that you wanted to add? I really want to say thank you for coming and chatting with myself and everybody who's been on here right now asking questions, or everyone else that's just been watching, and all the people that will watch as this unrolls on Facebook and anything. Is there anything else that you wanted to share with everybody?
Well, I just want to thank all of the dive shops that are our dealers out there in the U.S. I've got over 350 of them. And Mike here is one of the great dealers that we have working for us, and all the customers out there that's supporting our products. We just love everybody, and we wish you all a Merry Christmas and all. Buy Shearwater. Like a good guy there, he's ready. He's got the stock. So if you want a good dealer that will take good care of you, he's your guy.
Well, I appreciate that. And like her said, he appreciates you guys. We know we appreciate all you guys as well. And everything we do, everything Shearwater does, we all do it all for you guys, So if you have anything, if you need anything, just holler at us and let us know. Otherwise, we're going to be signing off. Kurt, I wanted to again say thank you. Shearwater, everybody from the family back there at the factory, we all say hi, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Facebook land, we're signing off. Have a good one.
Hey, bye, everybody. Happy holidays.